Hi crafty folks, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to make a card where I start with the bling. So I'm kind of going backwards in terms of my planning. Usually my sentiment and then ultimately my card bling is a bit of an afterthought, but in this case I wanted to show you all the magnificent bling that is available in the shop now. There are over 100 colors. As you can see, I have these really cool containers that I got from Amazon to house them, and I kind of have them by color family. And what I'm doing here is I'm picking the bling first. So I want to give some love to some newer colors maybe that I haven't really had a chance to play with, and maybe that's because they're kind of hard to match to colors after I've already created the design. So what I decided to do was pull some colors that just kind of spoke to me, kind of popped out, and then create my card based on those bling colors. So I'm going a little bit backwards. First of all, I have that really super bright pink that kind of jumped right out at me as I was looking at the colors. But then I know that there's some other metallic ones that are also really bright that I haven't had a chance to use very much yet in my card bling stash. So I'm just going to flip through these and find these 3 colors that I'm going to use. It feels very, I don't know, 80s or 90s to me. That's kind of where my mind is going. But I have metallic hot pink, metallic grape, and metallic lime. And here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed. I'm actually using this older stencil. This is called Island Flowers. This is a 6x9. This is also from a Colorful Life Designs. And in order to match these super bright in your face bling, I decided to bust out my Electropop inks. Now, if you aren't familiar, these are actually from Rena Kay. It's Gina Kay's daughter. I got these a while ago. They're super fun. They're different than any other inks that I have in my stash. And I felt like they would be a perfect match to these super bright bling. Now, as you can see, I have a bunch of otherwise untouched blending brushes. These are from the Rabbit Hole Designs. I will link these and all the other available products below if you expand and scroll down. And if you do use any of my links, that's no additional cost to you, and that really does help out me a lot. So if you ever want to support your favorite card makers or your content creators, then be sure to follow their affiliate links, because that is really a way to show your support. Now, in this filming, this really does not do it justice. If you can imagine, if you were to color with a highlighter, that is how bright these inks are, especially that yellow. It is in your face, neon bright. So even though the camera doesn't really show that, I assure you it is extremely bright. And that's why I'm kind of using some new dedicated blending brushes. I'm going to use these just specifically for these inks. Now, as you can see, I am going from the purple to the pink, and I'm realizing that there's not a huge variance in color. I remember the purple being more purple before, so stick around. I'm going to show you how I remedy that and make it look more of a true purple. But I'm kind of staying within the confines of the design, you know, doing green where the green leaves are. Trying not to overlap too much the green with the pink because it is muddying it up a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. I'm also not just only staying within the lines, because there are some areas kind of outside of the design that also need to get filled in with color. And as you can see, I'm kind of just, as I go, pulling out more of these Electropop colors, and I will show you all of them in a moment here when I'm done. But I do decide to start a new brush with the blue color in the Electropop series, and then I also overlap that blue with the pink and then get a much more true purple. So you can see that's how I kind of took care of that there. So I'm really liking these colors so far. I needed the purple to match the bling that I pulled out, so I definitely needed to make it more of a bluey purple than just kind of that fuchsia looking pink. So here I'm kind of working through. Now I decided to pull out yet another color. Actually, I don't even think I used another color. I think I just used the pink over the yellow to create that orange. So I'm kind of creating my own colors, but there is actually an orange in that lineup as well. So I'm just kind of working through using my makeshift turntable here to turn it around easily as I go, kind of filling in any little blank spots, overlapping colors to kind of create more color variation. And then that's basically going to finish up the ink blending. I'm really excited with how this turned out. So you can see when I remove this stencil to reveal, I'm going to try not to mar up my cardstock trying to get it off. That's actually just a low tack matte, so I can't even imagine a high tack. But here are all the colors. You can see there's a red, orange, yellow, kind of a lime green, a darker green, a blue, a pink, and a purple. So I'm actually going to just do one color for the two greens, but I'm going to have 7 different brushes here, and then I'm just going to dedicate these brushes specifically to this set of inks because they are kind of bright and different, and I don't want to mix them with other inks in my lineup. So I have those 3 colors. I feel like they match really well with the ink blended design through the stencil, and now I just need to figure out my sentiment. So as usual, the sentiment is still a little bit of an afterthought. I was thinking that I would maybe ink blend on the shadow layer or on the word layer just to kind of give it some separation. But then ultimately I decided to go with this Feliz Cumpleaños and turn it into a birthday card. So this is a really cool Spanish sentiment set that I got from Simon. I will link that below. And I'm going to use this stitched edge rectangle die from Paper Rose. It's going to take it down slightly smaller than A2 size, but it gives it that nice finished edge. And I'm just going to pop it up with some 2-inch foam tape. This is kind of nearing the end of my roll. I kind of had to get the 2-inch when I really wanted the 1-inch because they were out of stock for a while. But I was thinking I could fit 2 in there and then realized quickly, nope, I'm going to have to cut that down all the way down the side to make it fit to fully cover the background. So bit of an oversight there. I should have gone the other direction and done 2 strips, but now I have a little extra piece there for future use. Just going to remove that backing and pop that up. That is on a US A2 size 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. That is accent opaque 120-pound cardstock for both the panel and the card base, so it's nice and sturdy. I have the Feliz Cumpleaños. I'm just going to use my Barely Arts liquid glue and place that kind of in the center top of the composition. And then I get to figure out where I want to put the blingage. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the purple with the purple, green with the green, blue with the, or sorry, pink with the pink. Just to kind of keep it flowing with the design. I might have had other colors to match that orange actually now looking at it, but I did want to stick with that metallic finish because if you have any of the card bling, you may have realized there's different finishes. There's some that are metallic, some that are satin, some that are opalescent or iridescent. They have kind of different finishes in terms of the way that they kind of bounce the light around or maybe change the color depending on how they look. So these 3 in particular are all from the metallic finish category, and I feel like they worked really well together and obviously matched the design because I created it to match it. So I get those where I want them, and these are all from the September release. These 3 metallic colors, but like I said, there's over 100 in the shop, and if you shop for anything at a Colorful Life Designs, do remember to use my coupon AmyFan10 and you'll save 10% on your complete order. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this little variation of kind of going backwards in my process. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.